Hello everyone, this is The Wandering Wind. I'm your host Gregory, and this is a review of Deepin OS, an interesting little Linux distribution done by a Chinese company, I think. Anyway, let's get on with the review. Okay, so here we are in the OS, and as you can see already, I have changed up um, the original look and feel of the system. It originally had the dock down here in this mode, but as you saw, it is easy to just modify the interface as you see fit. I have also added a few programs. The software does not come with Audacity, Cheese, Flowblade, or any of these other programs. It does not include the GIMP. That's a game I tried out. It's not bad, but it's kind of, well, I don't know. Linux gaming is in its own class, mainly because it's not supposed to be really flashy unless you have like Steam. Oh, Steam comes packaged with the system, with the software, so if you want to instantly be able to access your gaming library, then Steam will allow you to do that right off the bat. I have not opened Steam, mainly because I'm not intending for this to be a gaming platform, but rather just a work platform. As you could see earlier, and as you will see at the end, the webcam application, which I was going to use Cheese, but it wasn't outputting any video really, so I had to switch to the GTK video player recorder. Does not work very well. It's very very basic, and it may also be my system's capabilities. Let me show you what I mean by my capabilities, because and this is really nice. I mean, right off the bat you have hot corners. It isn't set up this way. You actually have, I think this corner is your open tabs, and then this corner is supposed to be the menu that you see over here. But right here on the desktop you have access to all of your system processes. Now I'm running this on a modified HP G62 because the guy I got it from replaced the logic board inside, which is kind of frustrating because originally this model did have an HDMI output as well as a SD card reader. It now has neither because of the fact that the board that it has in it now does not support that. It's a 64-bit system. I'm running the latest edition of the desktop OS 15.3, Intel Core i3 CPU, 2 cores, 2.27 gigahertz. Oh wait, is that 4? Maybe it's a 4 core. 4.5 gigs of memory, 55 gigs of disk space. Right off the bat you have in your system information. You have an update panel right here, which is nice. And all down the line, right on your desktop, without having to open up an unwieldy window like with Ubuntu, you can access your accounts, even create a new one. You can change your display resolution and settings, change which applications open what, personalize the system, although I really don't personalize it. I didn't personalize it much past, well, I like the Deepin icons better than anything else. But I changed the cursor and I changed the window color. That way it's more easily seen. The wired and wireless network connection settings are very easy to find, as well as the sound input and output, the system time and date, power management, because this is a laptop. You know, it's overall snappy, overall just, and it reminds you of the traditional Mac OS X system, because the aesthetics of it, which will be great for new users of Linux coming over from a Mac system, or even those that just want to install Linux on their Mac, which would be an interesting venture. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say. I mean, the App Store, oh, that's the File Explorer. It's actually quite nice. Very snappy, very responsive. You can do just about anything that you do in any other File Explorer. But anyway, as I was saying, the App Store is actually quite sparse. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 categories with, frankly speaking, very sparsely populated areas. You have the basics, but you don't have any access to the Ubuntu library of apps or anything. There's not really anything to suggest that there's any kind of I mean, it's just, you know, it's kind of bare bones. And it may, I mean, I'm not exactly sure how long 15.3 has been out. Let me see. Deepin OS. We'll see just exactly. And we may have to go in a bit deeper. Wikipedia, Linux Deepin. Oh gosh, it's in God, couldn't it have been in English? English. Well, I don't know. Anyway, I'm assuming that this distribution is quite new, because most older distributions have not made these kinds of mistakes in a while. So then again, it might also be a ground up kind of project where because if I'd have been them, I would have integrated Ubuntu's platform right from the beginning and just built the desktop and everything over top. But maybe they wanted to make something that was completely new, and the hot corners are kind of frustrating and just sometimes annoying. I mean, you get to the point where you're like, really? I just wanted to do this, and you end up doing this instead, or whatever. But overall, I think the program is nice. The system is capable. You don't have a lot that you really can't ask for with open source software and open source operating systems, but Deepin OS is at least somewhat, somewhat, I'd like to say, easy to use, mainly because when it comes to an OS like this, you have a lot more simplicity and not a lot of frustration. And like I said, I mean, it's due a few tweaks here and there, but it will happen, I'm assuming it will, so given time, I'm sure this will grow into an even better OS than it is already. But that was my review of Deepin OS. As always, if you like my videos, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching my show. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. And as always, I hope you guys have a great evening because, oh boy, I really love it. Oh, just so you guys know, all of this was done in the Linux operating system. So I apologize for any particular issues when it comes to the video recordings with my webcam.